Good morning, everybody, and happy, what is it? Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Wow, already hump day. Oh my goodness gracious. If you're with me in the YouTube chat or in the YouTube chat, I got very little sleep last night. If you're in the Discord or the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Good morning to everybody. Oh, goodness. Good morning, SW. Thanks for doing that webinar today. Session Flow, Repberg, NDX, Kelvin, Dragon Spec, Vadim, George, Blacklung, A. Valentine, Broccoli, Cyrus, Darren, Ethan, Luke, Cicero, Session Flow, Dragon Spec, National, RC, Amateur, Genius, Double G, NJNY, Trader. Good morning. Morning, Fat Citizen, Psycho, KG Dana, Luna. Morning, Fat Guy out west, Trader Slava. How's everybody doing out there? Gold Chess Club, Fran, Arrow Squad, what's up? The Beast, Baja Racer, Techno Lobster, High Tide, Yusuf, J-Bay, Wisco, Guy, Trade to Win Now, Hindsight King, Birdseed, Umer, Foxtrot, Sunrise Driver, Akhil, Jose, Richard, Leon, Anya. What's up, everybody? Dario, Stevie, Stefan, Mark, TMP3, Perry, Trader Larry. What up? Carl Hung is in the building. What's up, buddy? Wilhelm. What's up? Ashton. Ashton says, anyone else having tops of X issues since last night? None of my charts have been loading. Can't look up either symbols. Already talked to support. They said it was fixed, but it's still not working. This guy right here. See this above my head? This ain't my live account. This is a practice account. I can't get in my live account. So I feel you on that. Look, let me reload. I'll launch my live. This is my live right here. See? Nothing loads. This is my live account. That's it. This is my live account. Can't load it. Blah. Gross. So we're in a practice account today. So yes, Ashton, I'm experiencing the exact same thing. I talked to Top Step Support. They sent it to an engineering team, and they're looking into it. So, I don't know. Maybe the Lord doesn't want me trading my live account today, which is a bummer, because I want to trade my live account. I really do. Like, why wouldn't I? You know? Anyway. What are you going to do? You know? What are you going to do out there? Nothing you can do. If the platform's down, the platform's down. Nothing I can do about it. So, yeah, we'll be trading in our practice account today, which is just perfectly fine. I don't mind it. What's up, Coach Hoop? I just missed the fact that I missed this boot scoot and rally to the north side. I really wanted to partake in the boot scoot and the rally. Did anybody catch that? I know Dakota was taking the NKD. Look at this. What was his trade that he posted on Twitter? He was taking the NKD long. I mean, what is fast markets like? I think he got it like long out of here, right? What was his entry? I got to see this. Hold on. I want to see what my trading buddy did here. Dakota. Because he posted it on Twitter and it looked like a really sick trade. So what time was that at? 7:38, which is carry the one. Wait a second. He didn't get stopped out, did he? 39040. No. Did he? Oh, it looks like he's fine. Morning, all. I got my first XFA 150K account yesterday. I'm so happy. Nice work there, Yen. Way to go. So I hope he's good. He had to take profit at 39,380. Dude, he would have made like freaking. He must have made a lot. Who knows? It's Dakota. He always makes money. What else is new? His entry was 38. He was down here then, 38,080. I'm seeing an entry at 39,095 on his Twitter. 39,095. 39,095, like here, I think. There's like a double top thing. Oh, was he over here? Hold on. He was over here and then he caught. This is the 100 tick? I don't know. It's tough to see the difference, but I think he was like right here. And then he was long from here. Yeah, so he was long from here. Like right there. Yeah, so he caught that. So he took it from here to here, which is a really sick trade. I wonder if he had any. No, he took off the full size, it looks like. So, yeah, we'll be seeing that post later today. Anyway, I'm always inspired by Coach Dakota. Did anybody else catch that trade with Coach Dakota? I mean, he's just like, he's a trading savant. Like, like here's your entry, dude. It's just like, golly, like what a rock star. One day when I grow up, I want to be Dakota. Rips, what is the weather that brought this uptrend? Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's a very good question. Certainly not the weather, but the fact that the martial law thing in South Korea is over. So that's definitely some sunshine in the Midwest today. But no, for serious, it is the fact that martial law is over. NVIDIA announced new chips and people are rolling out of the December contracts that were short. How do you roll out? If you're short, you cover long, you buy back in. So those three factors all together were what I think caused all that and why we're seeing the market lift. Morning, Mike. How are you, buddy? Who else did I miss here? Good morning, Rips and the rest. QQ. Quick question, Rips. How to avoid the state of F it? I see you in the state sometimes, but you can afford it versus all others. I mean, it's tilt. F it is also tilt. But like yesterday, if I didn't have a Top Step Live account, if I was trading my own brokerage account, I probably would have lost a lot of money because I was pretty sure that the market was going to roll over. I was very, very wrong, right? If you watched my broadcast on Top Step TV yesterday, you saw I was extremely wrong. I don't even think I got one trade right, which is fine, right? Like this trading, this is the real deal. Like this is how it works. You're gonna have days where you're completely out of the pocket. The difference is between having your own brokerage and the Top Step Live account is you have a risk management team that's kind of looking over your shoulder. Mick did not give me more room on my account. If he did, I would have lost more money, which would have sucked. And I don't want to lose money. I don't want to lose my money. I don't want to lose the firm's money. I'm a prop trader, you know. I want to do well, right? I want to perform well. So if I didn't have that being locked out, it's definitely difficult. When I didn't trade on props, which was the majority of my trading career, it was trying to find the strength to stop myself from trading. And for me personally, what really started working for me was jumping up and out of my seat. And I know it sounds weird, but like that was the only thing that actually worked for me was like when I felt, for me physically, it was a tell where I could feel the heat behind my ears. When they got really, really warm, I knew I was starting to tilt and starting to get out of the pocket extremely and doing things irrationally, which sometimes would work out, but it's not a good habit to create. I'd jump out of my chair and even if I was in a trade, I'd close down everything, jump out of my chair, lock my terminal, and that would be it. And when I say lock, I mean I just lock windows, but I could easily unlock it. But it was just that level of self-control of like getting to the point where I'm like, okay, this is not going to be doing me any favors. This is only going to be doing me harm. And I went through the pain of like, for me personally, I think that you're going to have a lot of trouble doing it without going through some significant pain, which is the unfortunate thing. Whether that comes in the form of your own brokerage account, which I hope that you don't do, or in the pain of losing combines or XFAs, you will experience a level of pain where finally your brain kind of tweaks and it goes, enough is enough. Thankfully on Top Step X, we have these beautiful lockout features that are incredible, right? You can click a button and it locks you out for 15 minutes and that gives you like a 15-minute timeout. And usually after 15 minutes, your brain kind of rejiggers itself to where it's like, okay, we can maybe try this again. Or you're just like, I don't really want to trade anymore, right? But really, I do believe that you have to go through some level of pain in trading for it to work, because nobody can describe to you what that feels like with words, to where you reach your threshold and you start to say, okay, I don't want to feel like this, because this is like, it's kind of like rock bottom-ish, but not really. It's sort of like, you just don't want to be in that space ever again. You don't want to be in that mental place where you're at, where you're like, this sucks. I can't believe I did all of this damage to myself. And for me, it was like, you know, I had a huge, I talk about the Tesla day that I had, you know, I had the earnings trade that I had, which was really bad. I had the worst day ever, was a huge, massive losing day where I was shorting something. And then the moment I stopped shorting it, it was a small cap stock. It blew me out short, and then I took it long, and the moment I took it long was when it started dropping. And I don't know if the broker was playing massive size, but it was I think it was VRPX. We've talked about this in other past streams, but I think it was VPRX or VRPX, one of the two. But it was like the biggest day it's ever had, and I kept shorting it, kept on getting just blasted, and I was very stubborn that day, and I clipped a lot of my equity that I'd built up over months and months. And so, yeah, it was a tough thing. And, when that day was over, it's just kind of like you're sitting there and you're empty and you're just feeling like, dude, I just wish I never did that. And then you kind of connect the dots to say, okay, well, I don't have to do that. I can stop myself earlier. And what you'll come to find is when you start to stop yourself earlier, you start to realize like, okay, well, losing a portion of my equity, or in this case, like, let's say like, I'm just giving an example. I copy all my accounts, so this wouldn't be me, but I'm just saying like, let's say you have 5 accounts and then one by one, you're just blowing each account, right? You blow all of your XFAs one by one. And then you look back, you're like, well, I wish I would have stopped at blowing one account or whatever the case, right? I'm trying to be extreme here, but I'm just saying like doing damage to yourself, if you stop it, will always be better than continuing the risk of like, let me try to get it back. Because the damage will always be like for instance, let's just say you have $10,000 in equity. It's a heck of a lot better to end the day down $1,000 of equity versus like the full 10,000. And you'll realize that after you've gone through the motions of like blowing the full 10,000 of your equity. So anyway, all right, we have news coming out in 2.5 minutes. We do have the, what is it? The NFP, what should we call it? It's like NFP Junior. It is the non-farm employment change. So this is NFP Junior coming out here first. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I can sit here and talk about it, but until you've gone through that moment where you're like, oh, this hurts, this sucks, until you've gone through that yourself, I mean, it's probably not going to click for you. So you have to go through it. You have to go through the psychological pain of losing, and it sucks. It's like the dark side of trading. It's the thing that really, really sucks. But I feel like until you're blessed by that fire, you're really not going to be able to put on your big boy pants and make a change, or big girl pants, whatever pants you wear. So there you go. Hey Rips, I'm on my third XFA. I lost the first 2. I lost a couple K in my third. Any tips on how to stop trading scared? It's going to take experience and time, my friend. That's the God's honest truth. I wish there was a shortcut, but there's not. You're going to have to get to the point where, you've been blessed by the fire, kind of like what we're talking about here, and you'll start to lose the fear. For me, like losing money helped me get through the fear of like pressing buttons and getting through that, right? I was very like chintzy when I very first started trading. I was very nervous and very scared. But then once I started losing money, I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Like that's the worst it can get. And obviously it got worse over time, but I'm just saying, it's like, there's times where you go through things and you're like, it wasn't that bad. If that's the worst it could be, okay, whatever. Obviously you're going to have big outpaced losing days from time to time, but it's like, Okay, miss in the ADP employment change, 146 versus a 150K. So does the market like it? Remember, this isn't a practice account. I don't have access to my live account right now, and that's not by any kind of choice of the risk management team. It's just because the platform is having some issues this morning. That's all. Wow, the prior month was revised from 233 to 184. Geez, these revisions are so ridiculous. They're so absurd. Let's see if we have a breakout here. There's going to be all-time highs that we're trading up and over here. When does it stop, though? So sick of going on tilt and losing a bunch of accounts after a very nice stretch of trading. One of the things you're going to have to do, first of all, be trading on Top Step X. Second of all, utilize that new lockout feature where you can literally lock yourself out for 15 minutes. And just do that. Force yourself to do it. The moment that you feel yourself going on tilt, I don't care if you're in a profitable position, if you're in a losing position, close all, cancel all, lock yourself out. Right? Just do that. For real. It's funny how the mind tells you that the loss is too great to close the trade, but yet you don't close and watch it go more into the red, think it's going to come back. And that's the thing I'm trying to wax on this morning is like, it's a heck of a lot better when you're at the end of the day and you're facing two scenarios. One scenario, and we're using whole numbers here. Let's say you have an XFA that has the $10,000 balance. You're trading on Top Step X. You don't have a daily loss limit in. At the end of the day, you'd much rather be sitting there with a $2,500 stinger then your account blown and all $10,000 of your equity gone. And I'm telling you, I've been there before, but I've been there with exit pays for sure, but I've been there with real money, with large sums of money. And I'm just telling you, like, in the moment, you're like, dude, I'm already down 2,500. Let me keep going. But you would have wished that you would have just been like, I got to stop. And that's where I'm saying, like, you're red, you're feeling that heat, you're feeling whatever your physical tell is or your mental tell, whatever it is. You literally just have to find the strength to click the lockout button and just like click it as fast as you can. Like, force yourself to click it. And if you could build those habits, I'm telling you, like, you're going to see better performance overall, because a lot of it is just like mitigating your downside. Because a lot of people I see, like, especially all the people that I'm mentoring, like the newer traders that I mentor, I see a lot of them where it's like $1,000 day, $1,000 day, $1,000 day, $1,000 day, $10,000 loss. What happened? It's like, well, because you were emotional and you kept trading. And you're like, well, I'm doing so well at these $1,000 days. And then you're sitting there, you're like, well, now I have a $2,000 red day. Maybe if I just bring this back to only a $1,000 red day. And it's like, no. Just stop. Click the button. Stop. Because I'm telling you, like, you'll look there and you'll sit back and you'll say, dang, I would much rather be sitting here with an account and like $2,000 in the red than a huge, massive loss or my account gone, you know? Yeah, put the daily loss limit back on, 100%. That's one way that you could do it too. Liquidate and lock yourself out. You should be doing that for sure. But find the strength. Like, if you're starting to go on tilt, even if you're in the green, right? Just find it to be like, click out and you're done. John says, it's me, 15K loss one day. Yeah, there you go. I mean, you're not alone, dude. I'm telling you, you're not alone. This is a very common thing that is happening amongst traders, even traders that are very well experienced. Like yesterday, I wanted to continue to trade straight up. I texted Mick. I was telling this on Top Step TV. I texted Mick and I said, dude, open me up. No, nah. Imagine if he would have opened me up. Like, I would have lost, like, who knows how much more he would have given me. But let's say he only gives me like 2,000 more. I would have lost 5K yesterday. I lost 3K yesterday in my live account. I would have lost 5K if he would have opened me up a little bit more, you know? It's a real thing. When you're in the moment, you can't see or think clearly. So you want to do irrational things. And you're like, oh, well, now I'm going to figure this out. Well, dude, the market's going to be open tomorrow. The market's going to be there the next day. It doesn't really matter. It's okay. Like, you got to go through this process, I'm telling you, to have your mind learn these things. I wish there was a shortcut that I could give everybody. I wish there was a way that I could just like take everything that I've gone through and just go and then send it to you. But there's not. And that's the reality. Is like, you have to go through that. You have to go through like having a detrimental loss or losing a number of accounts where if something finally tweaks in your brain and you go, okay, I got to stop doing this. And that's just being real. You have to find the way. Like, Top Step X gives you all of these ways to do it. Whether you're setting a daily loss limit, and if you breach that, it literally locks you out of the account, which is what happens in my live account. Or you don't, for some reason, you're not using that, and you just find a way to click the lockout button that it locks you out for 15 minutes. I don't know if you could do this, but is there a way that with your loss limits that you can set it instead of liquidating and locking you out, liquidating and locking you out for a period of time? I'm assuming that if that's not out now, that's something that will be out in the future, you know? And maybe we could set the parameter where even if you're in the green, like if you lose $500 off the top, it'll lock you out for 15 minutes or an hour or whatever the case. Maybe that's something we can request if it doesn't exist, you know? There's ways to make this work. There's ways to make this where if you are up a certain amount of profit and you lose a certain amount of that profit, it liquidates and it locks you out for a certain amount of money. Or money, time. Time is money. But yeah, that kind of stuff will help you, because when you are flying in your own brokerage account, that stuff doesn't exist at all. Like, it doesn't, there's no such thing. They leave you to your own devices, right? My problem over 7 years is holding losses. And that's one of those things where it's like you have that bargaining thing going on in your brain where you're trying to bargain with the ideology that, okay, well, I'm already here now. Like that's what our brain does really, really well, right? If you're down $1,000, you're currently down $1,000. If you lose another $100 more, the difference in where you are from there and now, or from now and then later, is $100 more. So you're like, well, that's only 10% more of where I am. But the chance is that I will recover 100% of this loss by risking only 10% more, which is a fallacy, right? In reality, you were wrong. You should cut yourself out and just chill. I mean, that's just the way that you can do that. Top Step is giving us every tool at some point. You just got to accept you are a F up and you may need to try a different business. No, I disagree. It took me 3 years to round the corner with trading, and it was very difficult. And I went through tons of losses, and it was my own money. If I didn't stick with it, by the way, new all-time highs on NASI there. C. Kenny says, yeah, if you can lock yourself out after losing profit, that would be amazing. I think that's what's coming right around the corner. I think MP had mentioned something like that. So let's see here. Let's go back and check some of these questions here. What's your opinion on one account versus multiple accounts? I think they're the exact same thing, because if you can trade 5 times, if you're used to trading 5 accounts, just multiply your lot size by 5, and all of a sudden you're trading the same thing. Because think about it. Let's say you're trading 5 XFAs, you're doing really, really well. You make 20K in each XFA. There's 100K. You transfer the 100K to your live account, and then you tell the risk manager, I want to trade exactly how I was trading. If they review your trades and they're saying that like everything was kosher and it makes sense, you can have the exact same rules that you had in 5 accounts carried over to one single account. Obviously, it's up to the risk manager, and they want to see you holding on to that account and making money in that account. So it's going to be up to their discretion. But if you're proving that you are a phenom with trading and you can handle that much size, they're going to give it to you. So again, like, there's no difference. And on top of that, you're literally getting access to a risk team that is watching your trading, giving you advice. You get access to Top Step coaches if you want them. Like, there's so many different benefits that you get from being over in the live account. It's like, they want you making money. Like, they want you making money because it's money for the prop firm that you're making, right? They get 10% off the top. And you're trading with prop money and not your own money, which is great because it relieves a lot of stress. And I know that from like trading my own money versus trading a prop's money. I mean, imagine like you get a professional risk manager guiding you through the process from day one. If you actually make it to the live account. A lot of people will never make it to the live account. Those are just the facts. Like, a lot of people won't. And I think a lot of people who are concerned about going from 5 accounts to 1 account or whatever you're trading are those people who will probably never make it to the live account. I've heard very few complaints about serious traders that are like, oh, I'm so concerned because now instead of taking 1 contract copied across 5 accounts, now I have to press the 5 button. Oh no, not that big of a deal, in my opinion. So, I mean, and the other cool thing is, like, think about it. Let's just say that you're killing it. Like, you're a monster. Like, you're a beast. You can scale up to any number of contracts that you want. If you want to take a 100 lot position, which by the way, you can never do on 5 XFAs. If you're an absolute beast and you're crushing it and you're running up the jewels, you could take a 100, 200 lot position if the risk manager thinks that you're capable of handling that size, right? Justin says, I've been in XFAs for 2 months. I've been pulling 5K a week and still haven't been called up to live. There you go. Literally no issue. Literally no issue. The other thing is, too, is like, think about it. Like, you can tell the risk manager, be like, dude, I want to have a 50K, like, depending on your account size and all that, I want to have a $50,000 drawdown and I want to take max size, like 75 lots or 100 lots, Justin says, no problem with me. I still get paid. See, these are the people who get it. Like, the people who are actually getting paid and taking payouts, like, you ask them if they actually care about this whole thing and they're like, nope. Why would I care? MDR says, just woke up. Nice move last night. Placed along from 21,319 before I went to bed. Nice. 21,319. You are up 100 points right now, my friend. That's sick. Yet some clown with free K gets called up. I mean, they're certainly not a clown if they're getting called up. There's obviously something the risk management team is seeing where they're seeing potential in the trader that they want to see them in the live account. ECB Lagarde speaks in 4 minutes. Let me see if I have that on my calendar here. Let us see here. Yeah, you're right. 3 minutes. Correct. Should be a min balance IMO for call up, but for why? What's the difference? I mean, what does it matter? Again, going back to what does it matter? Hey, Rips, do you think it's possible to have one 50K account and grow it instead of having 5 50K accounts? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? There's no need to copy trade. It's just the people who want to do it. If you want to grow one 50K account, there's somebody in Clubhouse who ran a 50K account up to a $50,000 balance, XFA, in 2 days. They caught a really nice move and they slammed it. They ran that balance up. I think it was 2 days. They got a 50K balance in their 50K XFA. Of course, you can do whatever you want. It's all possible. It's trading. Hey, Rips, glad to be here. When did you start, man? So in the XFA, do Top Step have a target profit or ceiling on how much you can make? Please enlighten me. Thanks. No. I think there's a profit cap per XFA of like 50K. I think, I don't know. There's like a soft cap or something like that. But I've seen people go above that, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. National says the only issue I had with my LFA is the mini to micro conversion doesn't apply. I think that's where I went wrong, and mine was sizing in way too heavy. Did you have a Top Step X platform on yours, National? I don't think you did, right? Because if you are on Top Step X, the micro to mini conversion is there. You did? I mean, I have the micro to mini conversion on my live account. I would hit up support. That's very strange. You didn't have that. I Rips, for German traders, for example, they are not allowed to trade live without a license. Yeah, so they stay in sim forever. Only one effing bad trade made me do stupid risk management from 51,680 to 49,800. Sorry to hear that, Idris. Do I know when the new NVIDIA chip will be coming out? Let me read what the press report said. But that was definitely some news that came out. Half a year ahead schedule, expected to be available in 2026. So probably in second half of 2025 or the first half of 2026. So there you go. What poker players do you like to watch play? I mean, all the talented ones. Esfandiari, Salomon, Roble, Blesnik is up and coming. He's good. I actually saw him yesterday. He pulled into Bobby's room. Antonius is good. There's a lot of good players out there right now. Hands is great. Yeah, Negreanu is good for tournaments. I like watching cash games. By the way, I might actually play a tournament today. They have the Win WPT $1 million guarantee. It's a cheap tournament. It's $800. I might swing by and play. I'm so exhausted right now. Played a lot of poker in the last friggin' whatever it is, 15 days or 10 days. I know Blesnik isn't new, but like, I get it. Trust me. I know Blesnik isn't new. You get what I'm saying. He's been doing a lot of social media and like been out there recently quite a bit. I know he's not new. How'd I do at the tables yesterday? I posted on my Twitter. It was a good day yesterday, but exhausting. Hit the poker. What's the profit loss in the last 15 days? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Using the copiers like having eighth wonder of the world in your hand, spreading risk is just one of the benefits. For sure. You can also spread risk on a live account. Same deal. Yesterday was good. I posted on my Twitter. Are you a pro poker player? I mean, technically no, because I don't play for a living, right? I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself a pro poker player. I've been playing for 25 years, 24 years. So I don't know if I would consider myself a professional poker player because professionals only do poker. I do more than just poker. I'd probably be considered a recreational player, to be honest with you. Have you played in a WSOP tournament? Of course. The tournament I'm thinking about playing today is WPT, World Poker Tour. It's at the Win. They also have a horse tournament that's like probably like have no attendance whatsoever. And horse tournament is like probably have like 50 people in it. I like playing mixed games, to be honest with you. There's a huge mixed game they play at the Bellagio. It's like 3,000, 6,000. I've never played it before, but that's been a long running game there. Hey, Rip, so they just moved me to Alive. I talked to you a little yesterday on Instagram, so this means I can't trade XFAs anymore, but what are the true benefits of Alive? Talked about it this morning. Feel like I can make so much more copy trading XFAs. Okay, so what was your contract size when you traded on one XFA copy to 5? We'll go through this together. What was your sizing when you traded on one XFA and you copied it 5 ways? 25 contracts. Okay. So trade 25 contracts. How much did you move over into your live? How much equity did you move over into your live there? 40K. Great. So ask for a drawdown that makes sense. And 25 contracts is quite a bit. Did you take a payout from that 40K? Probably did 40 payout and 40 into the live. That's going to be $5,000 every 10 points. It seems like one heck of a, yeah. So you had 80K. You took 40K out. I would cut your contract sizing in half. So I would scale using 3 contract clips and then scale up to like 15 max. So buy in for 3 and then scale up like that. That's what I would do. Otherwise, you're probably going to blow that account pretty quickly, in my opinion. 25 contracts is insane, dude. Like Dakota doesn't even trade 25 contracts. That's a lot. Because think about it. If you're wrong for 10 points, that's $5,000 wiped. He goes, yeah, I was on one. Yeah, dude. Just use three contract clips. Like set it to 3 and buy in groups of 3. And if you're super confident, click that button 5 times, I guess. Doubt anyone here is 25 contracts. Highlights doubt. Can't see my Combine in Quant Tower or Rhythmic. I am not sure about those platforms. Is that possible with margin requirements? Well, we're trading with the firm's margin, so it really is up to the risk management team. That's it. Fills on live are different than paper. Careful. They are, but during the regular session, they're very liquid fills still. I mean, what was really funny is that when I was trading on Thanksgiving, I think it was Thanksgiving Day where I made the 5 or 6 grand trading my live. It was like 5K. And I was working out in my gym. And I remember where I put up, I think I was trading 10 lots. And I put 10 lots on the offer. And the moment that I put them up on the offer, because it was so thin, it went straight back down. So yeah, there is definitely... there's a difference in fills, but if you want to get like filled there and now, you can just do a market order. If you're like, that'll obviously throw your order right into the market right away. You're going to get fills from multiple different algorithms. But yeah, there's definitely some small differences. But if you're trading a liquid session, you're never going to be noticed because your size is going to be so insignificant. How are we so bullish, man? This ish is depressing. Why is it depressing? This means our 401ks are going up, bud. I happen to like money. Why would it be depressing if we're seeing some bullish stuff there? TopStep X down, been 14 hours. Yeah, my Praxis account is working, but my live account is not, unfortunately. Contacted Rhythmic, and he asked me to see with TopStep. Gotcha. If you scale into a trade, do you take your biggest position initially, as in go in with 5 and then add 1, add another, etc.? It's a good question. It really depends on the context. So for instance, let's just say that I saw that there was an opportunity to be adding below this because I think that we're still bullish and we're in an uptrend. The more further down that we get to this prior wick low here, right there, the more heavy I'm adding, because those are going to be called what I call discount prices. So I might be adding, like, if my total position size that I'm gunning for is like 10 contracts, well, then I'm potentially going to be looking to add like 2, then 3, then 5, and then just letting that work, and then maybe having a stop down here, right? If that's what I'm committing to. I mean, that's 8 points on 10 contracts, $1,600 of risk, 10 contracts from here to here. Now we're looking at 20. It's going to be $6,000, risking 1,600 to make 6,000. That seems like a decent trade, but it's contextual based on market structure. Rarely am I ever doing full size on the onset unless we're in like a momentum move like this. And again, this is just my trading style. So it's like something like this where we're just bulling to the top side. Like I'll take a 10 lot clip. If my trade size is gonna be 10 lots, I'll take a 10 lot clip and just let it run and put my stop maybe lower these wicks here, right? And just let it work. And if it comes back down, stops me out, that's the trade. But at the end of the day, like if I saw something there where it's like ripping, more likely it would be somewhere like this right here, a break of that, right? A break of that structure. So I'm longing on that break right here. And then I'm just going full size. Probably would get stopped out if I'm trailing aggressively here, or if I'm just letting it work with like a stop at the top of this wick or somewhere at the bottom of that wick. That's a lot of wiggle room there. Maybe stop at the low end of that wick. But regardless, maybe it's something like that where that requires me to put in full size. So short answer is it depends. Long answer is what I just said. Hey, Rip, what are those indicators are you using? And the numbers are EMAs. These are 920 and 50 EMAs. And then this is the VWAP here. There you go. What happened to the Tops of X platform, Rips? Right now, the live side of Tops of X is not working for me. So we have our practice account up here. Used to trade orange juice back in the day, and I would enter my exit orders as or better or at the broker discretion. The person in the pit was very good, and my fills were always very, very good. There you go. Different now. I think that would be probably, you could do that with a limit order, essentially, a marketable limit order. So it's like I could marketably limit an order at 440 right now, and it's probably going to fill me like 31s through 35s, probably mostly at 31s. You gon' place any trades today? I don't know. I can't place any on my live, but we might trade some practice trades. Good year for the NQ, basically up every month since January. There you go. Is this shorts being squeezed or new longs in your opinions? I think that it is mostly people rolling out of the December contract that were short, as well as the news that we had coupled with today. There's a three-prong approach. NVIDIA announcing their good news on their new chip program, martial law coming to an end, and people rolling out of the December contract. There you go. If we don't make a higher high here, then I'm getting out of my long from 21,422. Nice. There you go. Hey, Rips, do you get distracted with Bitcoin as it's in the news and tend to give it a shot? I burnt my fingers trying to venture into new instruments due to FOMO instead of sticking to my NQ or ES. No, not really. It's very normal for people to do that, though. You look at the shiny object and you kind of ditch what you know. In this case, you kind of ditching what you know, which is NQ or ES. Obviously, you want to stay away from shiny object syndrome. Stick with what you know and practice what you know. Let's throw on one lot here on our practice account, and let's do a buy stop here for 3 more. Oh, buy stop for 3 more right there. Cool. See if we can get up and over, continue these new highs here. Remember, this is a practice account. This is not real money. Let's see here. If you guys do like the video, if you do like the stream, we can do a couple things. We can do giveaways. We can do a free month at Clubhouse. And we can do a poll. 500 likes, we'll do a poll. Let's see how many likes we're at right now. Let's see. Let us see. Yeah. 288 likes. Come on, folks. Let's get it popping here. Copping that 5090. I would love to. I've been waiting for the 5090 for feels like 2 years now. I got the 4090 on launch. I think I got wait, hold on. I thought I had the Founders Edition of the 4090. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. I can't really see from here. Oh, shoot. Dang. What in the world? I thought our stop was at $500. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is that Lagarde? Who's talking right now? That came out. That's Muslim. No. Who's talking right now? They're talking. Hold Oh, it's Musalam. They are not even a voter. Oh, but they're voting next year. That's right. Well, that, thank goodness we didn't have thank goodness we're not trading our live. That would have sucked. That would be down $800 right now. Yeah, there's Musalam. Or Musalam. I don't know how to say their name. I feel like I want to get back in long, though, because that feels like it, Let's do this. Let's get back in long. Put our stop back here. Okay, that makes sense. And then above here, let's get in 2 more. There. Now be nice. Be nice, market. We don't need your nonsense. There we go. Don't worry, Rips. This isn't breaking structure. Buy the dip. I agree. I mean, I'm with you. So let's see what they said. Monetary policy is well positioned for what lies ahead. Labor market no longer overheated. Expects inflation to move to 2% target over the next 2 years. They've been saying that whole next 2 years thing for about the last 4 years, which is quite funny. Just wrecked a million longs. Well, I mean, the thing is that if you're looking at this from like a market maker's perspective, this right here, well, there we go. This right here, this big old order was about 250 contracts that was absorbed. And then what happened here was you could see this is a stop run to the downside. So there's people that were on the right side of this liquidity here. Now we're booling again. What news calendar are you looking at? You can use economic. Let me drop the link. Trading economics. This is a free one right here. Market makers must have killed it yesterday. Well, I'm guessing a lot of people who were net short did not kill it, right? A lot of people who were net short did not kill it. Let's do a nice little breakout push here. Stop by. 3 more. Let's go for it. Irrational exuberance? No, it's not that at all. It's more so that you have people that are net short in these contracts and they're rolling out of the December contracts, which are expiring very soon. That's my hot take on things there. Rose, what's the longest you have had a runner go? And futures? I mean, I held Bitcoin futures for, I think, like 6 or 7 days. It was my biggest futures trade ever. And it was a short. It was on TD Ameritrade, back when it was still TD Ameritrade. And it was like the break of, I think it was the short of 50K for the breakdown below 40K. It was epic trade. So, long time. Are you going to reset the lost combine regarding this issue? I have been having issues with the platform since yesterday. I don't really understand. If I had the power to help you out, buddy, I'd do anything you'd want. Whatever would make you happy. I wish I had the power. Yeah, yapping a few minutes early. Right, Steven. He caught me off guard too. He was supposed to be at 5:45. He started at 5:41. That definitely hurt some people for sure. I think that probably hurt mostly retail. It's crazy. S&Ps are still going too. Albin says, why would people watch this? Man is gambling in a demo account. You're here, Albin. What does it say about you, my friend? Man is gambling in a demo account. Who hurt you, buddy? Who hurt you? Why'd you hide them? I don't want to hide them. Would you expect a severe pullback when the shorts are done covering? We don't know how long it's going to take them to cover their positions. They could be working these positions for a long time. A very, very long time. Ask Alvin where the rest of the chipmunks are. Be nice. It's Albin with a B. There's no community like the trading community. I think at large, it's probably one of the most toxic communities I've ever seen in my life. Like the poker community can be toxic from time to time, but I think overwhelmingly, I think there's a lot of people who try trading. They get burnt out pretty early. They don't have the capacity to kind of stick around. And then they just like, I don't know, they get angry about it or something. I don't know. It's sad. It's too bad. Rips, do you expect an inventory adjustment in the open or just keep pumping? Well, I mean, if there's a lot of people who are super caught offside, then, I think that we could see this continuing to pump. Alvin says, nobody, bro. I actually like you. What? Okay. Sounds good, man. I'm late to the party, but wasn't that data non-farm employment change bad for the SPY? No, it wasn't. The revision was interesting. I wouldn't call it bad for the SPY. No. Low limit poker is the most toxic. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Low limit poker probably is up there. Let's do another stop by. 2 more. Pretty extending rally is always fun. Yeah, I like this type of trade. It's a shame that, I can't trade this in my live account right now, but it's definitely one of my favorite trades because it can get very, very speedy. Like there's a lot of people who will go and cover and go crazy, Did you trade like this on a live account? Sure. Why not? I don't have access to my live account because TopsUpX is having issues, but yeah, of course. Why not? So it's illegal to trade practice account. I don't know. We have to check with Albin. He's leading the stream right now. Rips, do you know how big players go into Christmas? Do they take some off the market that could lead to short trend for a short period of time before the holidays? There's a lot of them that are preparing their books for next year. And there's a lot of benefits there's a lot of tax harvesting that's happening. There's a lot of different things that are happening towards the end of the year. And there's end of year flows. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening. But overall, for the most part, this is mainly due to the contract roll. That's what's causing this big outpace move because we're seeing it in a lot of the futures contracts. We're seeing it in the NKD, the S&P, the Dow, like all of these contracts. Can you buy a Convine for now to play in, donate later? Maybe. Ha 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 ha. Why is people going crazy on me? Well, let's remember what you said. You did say, why would people watch this? Man is gambling in a demo account. I think that's what upset people. So if you're asking, I think that's probably the clear-cut reason. Not that hard to figure out. So markets are a bit less predictable in the last weeks of the year. Not necessarily. They do tend to trend. If you do have a lot of people that were net short in a contract, the only way for them to get out is to roll out into the next month by closing their shorts, which is going long. There you go. So markets are, I don't think a bit less predictable there. You are a gambler. Okay. All right. Well, guess what? Now we've had enough. Sorry, bud. Uninteresting. Hey, Rips, are you using a tick, ranges, values? Right now we're using a 1 minute chart right now. 1 minute chart. I insulted the streamer. Why is his chat getting mad at me? We'll never hear from him again. That's unfortunate. I always try to give people a stage and try to see if they can say anything intelligent, but I'm often left unsatisfied, which is sad. I do give people a chance and I try to see the best in people. Like he had the stage for a good few minutes there. That was it. Sad. Many such cases. But you know what their chat history was fulfilled of? They were entering every single giveaway. Albin, if you can type to me right now, if you can say anything, I'll give you 200 free combines. How does that sound? 200 free combines. Just type anything in chat in the next 10 seconds. How about that? All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 250 combines. 5, 4. Oh, shoot, you're on mute for the rest of your life. Dang it. Well, that sucks. Missed opportunity, I suppose. Dang it. Well, that's too bad. Well, maybe next time. Maybe next time. Sorry about that, buddy. Maybe next time. That would have been cool. 250 free combines because you were entering every single giveaway. Yeah, it's too bad. Anyway. All right, let's do a poll here. Let's do a poll here. 491 likes. Can we get 9 more likes in here? Let's do it for Albin. Rest in pieces, my friend. Let's do it for Albin and the Chipmunks. There we go. We got the likes. Let's do a poll here. Will the NQ end the day above or below? Let's say 21 465. Oh, Muslim is saying we should pause on upcoming cuts. Well, that should be interesting. Let's see here. Above, below. No clue. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. Your three options should be above, above, above. I'm quite bullish on this market. In fact, why don't we go full sizes right here? Stop by 5 contracts. Bango. Let's get it. And I guess we could move this like right there. Just in case. Just in case the market wants to shimmy to the downside there. Rips, we need a good soundbite for muting trolls. Yeah, I have one. Headshot. We got it. Kaiser 9K says, damn, I followed you and I blew my express. Well, this live stream is not financial advice. 90% of day traders lose money. Rips is not a professional financial advisor. Most day traders lose money. This stream is for entertainment only. Furthermore, all materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only. Should not be considered specific advice. Come on, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? Take some accountability, my friend. What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Copying trades in your Express account. I'm just a dude on YouTube pressing buttons. What is your advice for someone? Sorry. This stream just became incredibly entertaining to me. What is your advice for someone who did a really good... Oh, no, don't go down like that. Hold on. What did he just say? What? United Healthcare CEO just got shot in New York. What the frick? Huh? Dude, what? That's United Health. What the heck? That's like a straight up assassination. What? What? Fatally shot too. What? Huh? Dude, that's horrible. That's like a squawk I didn't expect to hear this morning. That is freaking insane. What in the world? Huh? Okay. What's going on with United Healthcare? Wow. That's really sad. Well, we were having fun. Jeez, that's horrible. Carjacking? No. No way. Wow, that's freaking awful. Jeez. Well, United Healthcare CEO has been fatally shot in New York. That is really messed up. I haven't been... Wow. Yeah, that was what caused that quick little sharp correction in everything, really, because that was such a big displacement. That was actually insane. Wow. Really wild. I'm looking over at the chart here. Sorry, not showing it on my screen, but yeah, that's pretty insane. Wow. Woo. Crazy. We are having trouble breaking above these 440s right now, by the way, in the NAS. We tapped as high as what? What is this? 440 and 3/4? What was the high of this candle? 441 and a half. There you go. What is your advice for someone who did a really good series of trades and they were profitable trades, but after that he did effed up because of one bad day and blow his account? We talked about this morning. We kind of went over all of that this morning. Twitter has the news before Google. Yeah. And squawks have the news before Twitter. That's usually how it works. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Brian Thompson, 50, was at the hotel around 6:46 a.m. when a masked man fired at the CEO and fled eastbound. Dude, so it was like an assassination. That's freaking nuts. Dude, what in the world is going on? Like, you know, I've often wondered that too, is like how a lot of these, like how, like, and I know this is like pretty grim, but like how this stuff isn't happening more often. Like I would be terrified if I was like Elon Musk or Donald Trump or a huge figure. Like I'd be terrified. Like people are freaking crazy, dude. Like I don't have any of my personal information out there. People are crazy with me on Twitter. People go freaking ape on Twitter. Weirdos. And that's like, I'm nobody. Like, I can't imagine, like, I don't know how, like, Jeff Bezos, or I know they have like bodyguards and stuff, but still, it's like, how do they feel safe? People are freaking nuts. People are crazy. What's your top mental headspace tip for staying in accounts longer? Patience. If I was to define it in one word, patience. Patience. Yeah, like, dude, eating at a restaurant, like being like a super famous dude eating at a restaurant, like, I'd be terrified. Like, it's just, I mean, maybe it's irrational, but like, look at what happened this morning with the news. Wow, there we go. Hello. Holy smokes. He just said something super bullish. Muslim. Inflation is moving back to target. Oh, sure. It is. It's going to be back there in 2 years. Let's get rid of, well, I mean, this thing's still motoring to 450. Rip's not that famous, so only to us. No offense to you. I never said I was famous. I said I'm a nobody. I'm just saying I'm a nobody. Saying if I were somebody important. Look what's happening with the Fast Track CEO and how many people said bad things about his wife. Yeah, I mean, like that dude. Yeah. Ugh. The fact it's healthcare, somebody probably blames them for losing somebody. Maybe. I mean, either way, it's super grim. Oh, what do you say now? Every single sentence the the market is hanging on right now. Maybe they denied his wife's health coverage or something. Yeah, but dude, murder is like, I mean, that's horrible. That's like the worst possible thing is murder. Like, how about penning a letter first? An angry letter or something. I don't know. No, just go straight to murder, assassination. Saw a local political figure at lunch years ago and watch how they sat with their back to the wall and constantly watching the door. Did they have bodyguards with them at all? Let's see how deep this pullback is here. Muslim talking about the inflation target. I heard the words target. I'm like, oh. We're dealing with a lot under the surface. The news is deficient. I believe that you are correct. I believe that there are a lot of people closing short positions in the NQ. Lots of unhinged folks these days, too fragile and no respect. I mean, we live in a different society than what I grew up in. The world that I grew up in no longer exists. I think about that often. The world that I knew that I grew up in no longer exists. It's a very chilling thought sometimes to think about that. Like, it doesn't exist anymore. Not even close. Hey, Ribs, enjoying the stream as always. Don't know how you put up with it, especially as it's free. Some seem to forget that. Opinions are like bungholes, and unfortunately, everyone has one. I don't mind it, Ashley. That's why I come in here every single day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. That's why we hang out together. I don't mind it at all. We're here to have a good time. I guess shorts will pile up before Powell's speech from noon onwards. I mean, it would be a dangerous market. Like, shorting this market seems awfully dangerous to me. Awfully dangerous. Almost like removing the moral bedrock of society over 50 years is bad here or something. Yeah. It would be nice if we had more God in today's society. I think that would be helpful. And I'm probably the minority that thinks that, but I think it would do a wonder for society. Agreed, Ribs. Lived in the same town my whole life, not scared to roam anywhere. Nowadays, I don't go anywhere without protection. Yeah, it is sad. I mean, even on the Las Vegas Strip, the Uber driver attacking some 26-year-old woman, she shot him in the neck and killed him. It's like, dude, got to stay strapped up everywhere. Yeah, more God is good. I feel like that's an answer to a lot of things. We have a lot of people that they have no moral compass these days, and I think that religion solves quite a bit of that. People are very lost, unfortunately. When do you move stop? Well, why don't we do it right now? Let's move it at least slightly in the profit. We have a big order up at 450 right now, and I'd like to see us tapping that. In fact, how about this? Limit sell, 5 contracts right there. What holes should you guys use for concealed carry? I'm a big fan of, we're going to get stopped out on this now. Come on. Hold on. United Healthcare CEO, not UNH. Isn't that the same thing? Isn't UNH United Healthcare? Oh, no, United Health Group. UNHC? What's United Healthcare then? Oh, gosh. So that's a great long opportunity on UNH, although it's back to balance. So that's what we talk about often, is like when the markets are out of balance. So it's United Healthcare, not United Health Group, that got shot. There you go. See you, Rip. Go watch Hoag's show. There you go. Enjoy that. Top Step TV is the place to be. Love it. UHC, that's who I work for. Yeah, so it's United Healthcare Group, or United Healthcare, not United Health Group. Two different things, I guess, is what they're saying. There's a correction on the Reuters wire that went out. Urban carry, what's a concealed carry holsters? Urban carry. Yeah. Isn't that what you said? Yeah, urban carry. Yeah. They have a cool one where it's like a flap you can pull up on. I think that's the same one, but yeah, I like them a lot. If it were United Health Group, the YM would have tanked. Yeah, well, it did initially. Like, we saw a sharp reaction across all index futures, equity index futures there. I was once inadvertently in a fight because of my brother on a night out in New York. Oh, here we come back up. I might get this fill 5 contracts. And the guy I was up against turned out to be a Marine, looked like a weed. I never hit the floor so fast or before or since. Guy could have killed me easily. Ended up friends afterwards. Oof, yeah. Be careful out there. Don't start fights. Not worth it. Hey, Rips, do you follow what's going on in El Salvador? No, I haven't. I haven't heard any squawks about it either. The only thing is the French vote of no contest, I believe. Hey, we got filled. There we go. Now we're profitable on the day. How about that? So we could withstand same stop. Cool. Again, this is in our practice account. I'm unable to trade my live account simply because TopStepX is having platform issues. No big deal. But yeah, somebody asked me, they said, "Would this how you trade your live account?" Yeah, same exact way. Same exact thing I'd be doing. Was the worst job you ever had? I've actually never had a boss in my life. Been grinding since I was young. Never worked for a boss, never had a boss. There are some companies where I ran where there were, I didn't enjoy how many employees I had, and it was kind of annoying, and dealing with HR and that whole issue. And that was kind of annoying. I like being independent more so now than ever. It's very freeing. I've had companies with tons and tons of employees, and there's a lot of liability that comes with that. And it's, you know, small business owners out there would understand what I'm talking about. How much on average do you keep in your live account? It depends. I like to take regular withdrawals from my funded accounts. So whatever fits into the profile of whatever I made, and take a little bit off the top, leave a little bit in there. Oh, look at that sweep of 50s there. Holy. It just seems that we're going to go to every 10 bar and then have stops being popped and then come back down and then rinse and repeat. The president really cracking down on gangs in El Salvador. Well, hopefully that ends well there. Being a small business owner is a giant pain in the A. Yeah. 100%. So you were a boss and HR was giving you problems? No, it's not so much that. It's just, you know, the more employees that you have, the more problems that you have. It's like kind of like more money, more problems. No, more employees, more problems. Small business owners know exactly what I'm talking about. People are the issue. It's you know, I never understood, like, people are like, oh, I want to start a company. It's so fun. No, it's not. It's not fun. It's a lot of work. It's way more work than working for somebody else, I would assume. I mean, there's a reason why CEOs get paid a lot, or founders of companies get paid a lot. People who are in the trenches get paid a lot. It's because it's very, very difficult. There's no fun in, like, yeah, it's fun to be your own boss at some level, but it's like there's no funsies in it. Like when you're running a company, it's not like it's fun. It's very difficult and stressful all the time. Nobody wants to tell you that. I ran an online company for 14 years. I'd rather work for someone else. See, got some SB people in here, small business people. Being daddy to 40-year-old people isn't fun. Yeah, you get it. You get it. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's a lot of work, but you get paid well for it, depending on if it does well. Dude, and taxes change every year. Yeah, taxes, health insurance, depending on what state you're in, it could be a friggin' nightmare. Ugh. Paying into tax, Social Security, healthcare. A lot of fun. Anyway. Close all now? No, I think that we have more room to the north side. I think this thing's going to keep on grinding. How long will we hold this long? Let me see. Well, liquidity's up to 60s right now. We have liquidity up at the 70s. I think, as long as this keeps repeating the whole 10-bar pattern where it goes up, sweeps 10 bars, comes back down, sweeps 10 bars, comes back down. Yeah, I think it's good to hold on. We already realized about $1,800 in profit. We were down $800 because we got stopped out initially. Then we're up $1,000 now. So, about $1,800 worth of profit. So the worst that we could do is ending up with $670 worth of profit. That's the worst that we could do on this trade. So I think letting it work and letting it run is better than trimming more off. I mean, maybe take off, like, if you want to see the revisit to 50, maybe taking off like 3 to 5 more. Revisit to 50. Why don't we do that? Just for funsies. Let's do a limit sell of 3 contracts there. Right at 49. There you go. Now we are so deep in the profit that the most that we could lose now is 14, or the most that we can make, the least that we can make. Speak Rips, come on. The least that we can make is now $1,400. Demo baller. Dude, I'm going to buy the sickest demo lunch today and then take my wife out to a demo steak dinner. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to spend all of these demo dollars, baby. What does liquidity is up in the 60s mean? It means that there's orders resting at 21,460, which means that there are active participants looking to have orders filled up there, which means that people who are short have liquidity to get out of. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 20% of small businesses fail in the first year, 50% fail in the first 5 years. I thought it was higher than that. Is it only 20%? Are you sure that's not the success rate? I thought it was much higher than that. 20% fail, then 50? I thought it was way higher than that. Hey, I want that demo steak. Yeah, we can all share it together. It is 80%, right? 80% fail. Yeah, there's no way it's only 20%. Small businesses, like, I used to have people always approaching me with their business ideas all the time. I did angel investing for a little bit. I had people, it was probably you hear this, I mean, this is mean, but like you hear some of the dumbest ideas. People have some of the stupidest ideas when it comes to starting their own business, brand, company, product, widget, service, whatever. People have literally the dumbest ideas, and then they get like married to these ridiculous ideas. And I've told people before, like, I'll be blunt with you. I think that's a really stupid idea. Like, hey, oh, like this is like 15 years ago. Oh man, Rips, I have the best idea ever. I'm going to create a Facebook, but it's going to be for fans of golf. Like, dude. Oh God. How much money have you raised? Nothing yet. But with your investment, you could be in the first round. Oh, goody. Lucky me. Lucky me. Oh, how did I get so lucky? Facebook for golf, dude. Wow. What a genius move that is. This is like ridiculous. The ideas I used to hear, just so freaking stupid. All right, barking, talking, encouraged. I love the words these folks use, the adjectives they use. So Barkin has said that he is, quote, encouraged where inflation is headed. Thanks, Barkin. He's encouraged, everybody. Which moving averages do you use? Good question. Right here. 9, 20, 50. EMAs, not SMAs. 9, 20, and 50. You can also throw in the 200 if you have room for it. But there you go. I ran an IT consulting firm, made good money, but I just could not handle the stress. I hardly ever slept. Now I sleep 8 to 10 hours a day. I wouldn't trade my sleep for money anymore. There you go. A lot of people have that question where it's like, would you do X, Y, and Z for $10 million? Well, if you have that opportunity to actually do a really difficult thing for an exchange of a large amount of money, usually the thing that you're doing for that large amount of money is extremely, extremely stressful. A lot of people don't get that. Let's do this. Stop sell. We'll do 3. Okay, cool. So if we do break below that candle, we'll get rid of 3 more there. So we have a dynamic stop now. Were you a fan of watching Shark Tank? It's hard to watch now with Rachel Maddow at the helm. Which, by the way, Rachel Cuban was one of the luckiest people in the world. Sold their garbage company to Yahoo, got paid, and then Yahoo unwound the company and got no value from it almost immediately. HDNet. Mad Cow is on Shark Tank now? I think so. Certainly looks like her. Yeah, that dude acts like he's like this genius, and it's like, dude, you got lucky one time. I haven't seen one of your other companies do well. Anyway, probably sound like one of my YouTube trolls right now. Whatever. No, it's hard for me to watch now. Anyway, will you sponsor my football bat company? Yes, absolutely. Anyway. Are you trading Combine or XFA or live today? Right now we're in a practice account. I can't trade my live account because the platform's not working. I would have taken this exact same trade in my live account though. Somebody asked me, they said, you would trade like this in your live? Yes. What was the issue? I see a lot of green. You sound like Albin. Hold on. Let me sound like Albin really quick. Ready? Poor Albin can't speak anymore. Are you Spanish? No, pero hablo mucho español muy bueno. Claro que sí. UNH worker that was shot is now pronounced dead. It was the CEO, not a worker, as far as I know. And it's United Healthcare, not UNH. United Healthcare. Let's see if they say anything else on it. Yeah, it's Brian Thompson, shot just before 7 a.m. near a hotel on 54th Street. By the way, this is another reason, like, if you're like one of those people who's like Negative Nancy comes in here and like, you get your one little pop shot before the stream ends. Rips, you suck. Dude, like somebody just died today that was just minding their own business, living their own life. What if that was your father, your brother, your uncle? Like, people are just so angry these days and so upset with things. Like, value your life. You have one shot at this game. And if you're going to sit here complaining, being an Albin, like, don't be that person. Like, because the more that you're negative, the more that you're going to create negativity around you, right? Don't be that type of person. Take off 2 more here at 55. Beep. Like, stop being an Albin. Be a Rips. No, I'm kidding. Be somebody be the anti-Albin, right? Don't be somebody who sits there and complains and whines like that. Like, think about watching a movie like about Albin. Like, that's not a main character. That's not somebody who's like main character energy. And of course, like, I'm not just picking on Albin. I'm talking about like the generalized version of Albin out there. You think that would be a good movie to watch somebody who wakes up and is miserable, goes on a stream and starts talking trash to somebody? Like, that seems like a pretty boring movie. I wouldn't watch it. I think if Siskel and Ebert were around, they would probably give it 2 thumbs down. Rotten Tomatoes, 0% score, you know? No good. Be somebody that you want to watch. Be positive. Be the main character. Have that main character energy when you wake up. How are you going to seize the day? How are you going to better your life? What are you going to do today? What steps are you going to take to be better in your life? Think about it from that perspective versus like, hey, I blew my combines. This guy sucks. He probably gets free combines. I don't. He's a liar. He doesn't make money. Like, be happy. Be positive. All right. If we get to 1,200 likes, doing a giveaway. 1,200 likes. Do we get 1,200 likes? We'll do a giveaway. I'll give you folks 4 more minutes. 1,200 likes, we'll do a giveaway. How about that? We're right now at 722. We got 1,800 people watching. We had 2,200 people watching. 722 likes. I mean, it's free to like the video, folks. Life is precious, but I was suicidal in 2/16/96, but God filled me with the Holy Spirit and saved my life. Give it up for Greg. Very, very nice there, Greg. That's sometimes all it takes is finding what was missing in your life. There you go. Finding what was missing in your life. I'm happy you're with us, Greg. I really am. Really am happy that you're with us. Happy that you got through that. And I'm happy that you found the light. It means a lot. Ribs, I know you're enjoying this type of move, but I always find these days the trickiest when it's creating all-time highs. Sarah, what I would recommend is trying to set up sort of the same type of scenario that I did. Looking for pullbacks, having about a 10 handle, 15 handle stop, scaling into the position and letting it work. And if you missed how I got into this trade, you can go back and rewind the stream. I think there's some decent information in there to help you on your trading journey. I think you can find some decent information there. Poker in the agenda today, Ribs. Do believe that I'm going to go play one of the small WPT tournaments today. $1 million guarantee, $800 buy-in at the win. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've been playing cash games for the last 15 days, and it is exhausting. It is very, very mentally exhausting. Let's see here. Investment op for you, Rips. Indoor pickleball complex here. There you go. I wouldn't personally invest. I'm not a big fan of wiffle tennis myself, but I'm sure that if there's a market for it, then I say go for it. In the interest of realism, will you be locking yourself out of this practice account when you close the trade? I would, yes. If it was my live account, I would, yes. Hey, Ribs, can I shout at you while you're playing poker? Sure. If you want to. I don't see why not. I mean, it might be a little awkward. Come say what's up anytime I'm playing poker. I'll say hi to you. No problems there. I can never be like Ribs. I can never answer the same questions day in and day out. Sometimes the same 10-minute span. Hey, but we love it here. We love it. All right, everybody. Did we get the likes? We gave you 5 more minutes here. We're at 860. I'll give you 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Everybody, all at once, click the like button. We'll stream the open together. We'll do some giveaways. I'll give away 2 free months of Clubhouse. What more can I say? 2 free months of Clubhouse. I won't go to Vegas and learn poker from you. Why not? Oh, you want to go to Vegas? Yeah, come on down. Play a tournament. Plenty of tournaments. What indicator is those lines on your chart? Those are trades. Those are my trades. Those are my active trades. These are EMAs right here. Right here. 3rd time. Love you, Rips. I hope to be sitting at the Bellagio with you one of these days. Just have a good night, win or lose. Yeah, come on down. Bellagio's open anytime. Some billionaires are building a giant golf course next to my organic farm, literally butting up to it. I'm sorry. That's not fun. All right, we got filled there. All right, so now the worst that we could possibly do on this trade is $1,800 in the profit. There you go. All right, everybody. We got to 917, 300 short of the goal. It's okay, though. We'll be back tomorrow to hang out. Hopefully, Tops of X will be working. We can trade our live account together tomorrow. So I hope you all have a great day out there. That was a fun trade to take together. A lot of fun, actually. I'm actually going to mitigate this right here. Stop, sell 2 right there, just in case. And I want to put it right at the top of that bar. There you go. Just a little extra change there on that. Anyway, take care, everybody. Make sure you subscribe and like, and really do appreciate also on your way out. If you do want to help me out tremendously, you can hit this link right here. Don't have to buy anything on it. Let's see if we get stopped out. Then we'll get the actual total on the day here. Actually, you know what? I'll just flatten it so we have the total. Boop. $2,000 on the day. There we go, everybody. $2,000. Practice account, not a live account. Can't access a live account right now, but there we go. $2,000 practice. Traded exactly how I would on a live account. Good luck, everybody. Hope you have a great day out there. And I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care, everybody.